Today, we want to experience the miracle of confession as a powerful tool for transformation in our lives. Confessing is a profound act that goes beyond words. It's a path that allows us to free our souls from the weight we carry. Confession is not only a religious practice, but a means of healing that can be found in various cultures and traditions. Throughout history, many people have used confession as a ritual of purification and renewal. Science also shows us that confession can have a significant impact on the brain. Studies indicate that when we confess, our body releases neurotransmitters that promote a sense of relief and well-being. This process can be especially helpful for those who struggle with guilt and shame. Confession becomes an antidote to these feelings, allowing us to find inner peace. There are different types of confession that we can practice. When we confess to ourselves through journaling or meditation, we take an important step towards self-acceptance. When we share our struggles with friends or therapists, we strengthen our bonds and find support. Additionally, confessing to a higher power through prayer connects us to something greater and brings us hope. The benefits of confession are undeniable. Regular practice can lead to a reduction in stress and anxiety. As we open up about our struggles, we experience a significant improvement in our mental and emotional well-being. Relationships also become stronger as vulnerability generates trust and empathy. Confession is a path that leads us to forgiveness. Seeking forgiveness after confessing our faults is a vital step towards healing. Forgiveness is a gift we offer not only to those we have hurt, but also to ourselves. It frees us from the emotional burden we carry. The process of forgiveness is essential and promotes transformation in our lives. In our quest for self-discovery, confession acts as a catalyst for personal growth. Facing our imperfections requires courage, but it is in this space that we find true freedom. By embracing our vulnerability and authenticity, we become more connected with others and with ourselves. As we reflect on the importance of confession, let's remember the words that teach us to practice forgiveness and mercy in our daily lives. Each act of confession brings us closer to a fuller and more meaningful life. May we open our hearts to this transformative practice in our lives. At this moment, I come to you with a special invitation for transformation. Confession is a path that can lift the burden we carry, allowing us to breathe easily. When we open our hearts, a powerful exchange happens, not only between us and those we confess to, but also between us and the Creator. It is a sacred moment of surrender, where we can leave behind hurts and anxieties. By allowing yourself to confess, you're giving yourself the chance to experience healing. This act is not just about shedding mistakes, but about recognizing that we are all imperfect. In moments of vulnerability, we find the strength needed to rebuild ourselves. The Bible itself reminds us that if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us. 1 John 1:9. This promise is a foundation that sustains us in our quest. The practice of confession also shows us that we are not alone in our struggles. When we share our pain and failures with friends or trusted figures, we create bonds that strengthen us. Empathy arises, and we realize that we are part of a community seeking growth and understanding. This sharing encourages us to keep going, not to give up, and to seek the transformation we so desire. We cannot forget the power of confession to a higher power. When we turn in prayer, we surrender our concerns and regrets. It is a moment of total surrender, where we leave in His hands that which troubles us. As it is written, "Cast all your anxiety on Him, because He cares for you." 1 Peter 5-7. This surrender brings us peace and renews our hopes. The benefits that accompany the practice of confession are profound. When we confess, we experience a significant reduction in stress and anxiety because we release feelings that imprisoned us. This lightness reflects on our mental and emotional well-being. By opening up, we also become more receptive to love and solidarity, making our relationships more authentic and meaningful. The forgiveness that follows confession is equally transformative. It allows us to let go of ties that bind us to the past. The act of forgiving, both ourselves and others, is a gift that goes in two directions. It is a form of liberation that allows us to move forward. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of inner strength and love. On this path of self-discovery, confession helps us face our failures with courage. It is an exercise in honesty that shows us that vulnerability is not a burden, but a bridge to authenticity. Every step taken towards recognizing our imperfections brings us closer to who we really are and allows us to grow. May we always remember that confession is a continuous seeking, a process of transformation that leads us to a fuller life. No matter where we are on our journey, there will always be room for change and growth. May our words become a reflection of what is in our hearts, guiding us towards peace and renewal. Let us, together, embrace this practice and allow it to transform us into better people. I invite you to reflect on the importance of setting aside daily moments for prayer. This habit may seem challenging at first, but the benefits it brings are undeniable. Prayer is a sacred space where we can connect with the divine, an opportunity to express our concerns, joys, and gratitude. In the midst of the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it is essential to find a time to silence our worries and open our hearts. When we dedicate this time to God, we allow our emotions to be heard. This intimate dialogue is a chance to share not only the difficulties, but also the small victories of daily life. By doing this, we find comfort and a renewed sense of purpose for our experiences. Every word spoken is like a bridge that connects us to the Creator, where we can be sincere and vulnerable. This openness helps us understand that we are not alone in our struggles. Write in the comments, "I surrender everything to God," if you decide to trust fully in His plans. The practice of prayer also provides us with a moment of gratitude. Instead of focusing only on difficulties, we can reflect on the blessings that surround us. Gratitude brings forth a sense of abundance, helping us see life through a more positive lens. By recognizing what we have, even in the most challenging situations, we cultivate a spirit of joy and hope. This change in perspective is essential for our emotional and spiritual health. During prayer, we can also seek guidance and clarity. When faced with difficult decisions or moments of uncertainty, this connection with God provides us with wisdom. It is a safe space to ask and listen, allowing the divine light to illuminate our path. Sometimes, the answers do not come immediately, but the search for understanding is already an important step. Prayer teaches us to trust in God's timing and to believe that He has a greater plan for us. Another significant aspect of prayer is its ability to unite us. When we pray, we are not only speaking individually, but also connecting with the faith community around us. Whether in a group or in solitude, this practice reminds us that we are part of something greater. The solidarity among brothers and sisters in faith is strengthened, and together we can intercede for one another. This union brings comfort and strength, especially in times of difficulty. It is essential to remember that prayer does not need to be formal or structured. The most important thing is the sincerity of the heart. There are no right or wrong words. What counts is the authenticity of our dialogue with God. The simplicity of this act is what makes it accessible to everyone. It does not matter if we are new to the faith or have walked for a long time. Each prayer is an opportunity for growth and connection. In addition, prayer has the power to transform us internally. By reflecting on our actions, desires, and intentions, we begin to align more with divine principles and values. This process of introspection helps us identify areas where we can improve and have a more loving and compassionate heart. Prayer thus becomes a means for us to become the best version of ourselves. In the practice of prayer, we find a source of renewal and spiritual renewal. Each moment dedicated to this sacred act offers us the chance to start anew, to free ourselves from the chains of the past and to open up to a future full of possibilities. Prayer is a constant invitation to personal growth and transformation, a reminder that it is never too late to seek the light in our lives. May we always nurture this sacred space within us and allow ourselves to be guided by faith. Faith is a powerful force, capable of opening doors that often seem insurmountable. When we cultivate this trust, we can envision a path filled with peace and prosperity. Faith teaches us to look beyond immediate circumstances and believe that there is a greater purpose in every challenge we face. By placing our trust in God, we begin to see that even difficulties can be opportunities for growth and learning. This perspective encourages us to move forward, even when the paths seem dark. Trusting in God is, in essence, an act of surrender. By letting go of excessive control over our lives, we create space for divine wisdom to guide us. This surrender does not mean passivity, but rather an active willingness to follow the steps indicated to us. Often, the answers we seek do not come clearly or immediately, but the certainty that we are being led by a greater force provides us with a sense of security and hope. It is in this trust that we find the key to true happiness. When we allow ourselves to be guided by this faith, we experience an inner transformation. Each day, we learn to trust more in God and let Him shape our desires and aspirations. This journey of surrender is full of discoveries, where our vision expands and we begin to realize that happiness is not only in external achievements, but in the inner peace we cultivate. By aligning our actions with divine principles, we find deeper meaning in our existence and become agents of positive change in the world around us. Trust in God also strengthens us in moments of adversity. When we face crises or losses, it is common to feel lost and helpless. However, it is precisely in these moments that faith becomes an unwavering support. By turning to God, we find comfort and courage. This connection reminds us that we are not alone in our search, and that there is always a light to guide our steps, even in the darkest hours. This certainty empowers us to keep fighting and seek the hope that, even amid difficulties, always makes itself present. Furthermore, the practice of faith teaches us to live in the present. Often, we worry excessively about the future or cling to the past, but the true essence of life unfolds in the now. By trusting in God, we learn to value each moment, to appreciate the small blessings that surround us, and to have a spirit of gratitude. This focus on the present provides us with a peace that transcends external circumstances, allowing us to experience life in its fullness. Faith also invites us to act with love and compassion. When we feel guided by this force, we are inspired to reach out to others and contribute to the well-being of those around us. True happiness manifests when we are able to make a difference in someone's life, even in a simple way. This connection with others enriches our experience and reminds us of the importance of solidarity and love in our lives. Finally, we must remember that faith is an ongoing journey. It is not a destination, but a quest that transforms us with each step. As we deepen this relationship with God, we discover new dimensions of peace and joy that we never imagined were possible. This constant quest for a deeper connection leads to spiritual growth that is both rewarding and challenging. Each day is a new opportunity to renew our faith and allow ourselves to be guided by this divine force that leads us to a future full of hope and purpose. Lord, at the dawn of this new day, I come to you with a grateful heart. The sunlight breaking on the horizon is a reminder of your goodness and your creation. Each ray illuminates not only the world around me, but also my soul, bringing renewal and inspiration. The beauty of nature, with its vibrant colors and gentle sounds, testifies to your presence in every detail. I'm grateful for another opportunity to live, to breathe, and to witness the wonders that the day brings. May I always recognize and value your work, around me. In this moment of gratitude, I also ask for renewal. In my quest, I often face challenges that test my strength and courage. Therefore, I ask that you grant me the necessary energy to overcome each obstacle and the courage to face what lies ahead. May I have the determination to move forward even when the path seems difficult. Renew my spirit, Lord, and fill me with hope so that I can face uncertainties with a firm and confident heart. As I seek this renewal, I also ask for wisdom. May I discern what is just and true in all situations that arise on my path. Wisdom is not just about knowledge, but about understanding the purpose behind each experience. Help me make decisions that reflect your will and contribute to the greater good. May my mind be open and my heart receptive to the lessons life has to offer. Thus I can act not only in my own interest, but also for the benefit of others. Thinking about my mission, I wish to be an instrument of love and kindness. May my words and actions reflect your light and touch the lives of those who cross my path. In a world that often seems filled with pain and despair, I want to be a source of hope and compassion. May I always find opportunities to offer help, even in small gestures. Each act of kindness has the power to transform not only someone's day, but also my own soul. Through your guidance, I can have a spirit of generosity. By sharing what I have, whether it be time, resources, or simply a smile, I will be contributing to a more loving and supportive environment. May I never underestimate the impact of a kind action, for often what seems small to me can be colossal to another. May I remember that every act of love is a seed that, when planted, can bloom in beauty and gratitude. Throughout this day, may I be attentive to the needs of others. Help me see beyond appearances and perceive those who are suffering, even if silently. May I be a support, a friend, and a comfort to those who feel lonely or helpless. In each interaction, I wish that your light shines through me, bringing peace and hope to those in need. Grant me, Lord, the ability to listen with empathy and to act with compassion. In such a hurried world, we often forget to stop and truly listen. May I be an attentive listener, offering my heart and my presence to those seeking support. In each conversation, in each glance, may I convey the assurance that they are not alone. May your peace dwell in me, allowing me to be a reflection of your love. Write in the comments, "God, I need you," if you feel that you cannot live without His presence. Additionally, I wish for my life to be a testimony of your goodness. May I inspire others to also be instruments of love, creating a chain of generosity and understanding. In each day, in each moment, may I choose to be part of the solution and not the problem, contributing to a more just and harmonious world. May my life in all its aspects be an offering in the service of goodness, thinking of your light in every step. Lord, amidst the busyness of everyday life, I seek a space to reflect on the blessings that surround me. Sometimes it is easy to lose sight of the beauty that resides in the small things. A smile, a gesture of kindness, or the simplicity of a sunrise can be powerful reminders of your generosity. May I always have the ability to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, recognizing that every detail in my life is an expression of your love. May I learn to value even the situations that at first glance seem challenging. Adversity is often a fertile ground for personal and spiritual growth. In times of difficulty, when the clouds seem to obscure the light, I ask that you help me find valuable lessons. May I learn the art of resilience, allowing difficult experiences to shape me in a positive manner. Instead of letting myself be discouraged, may I use these moments to strengthen my character and deepen my faith. May each challenge become an opportunity for growth, so that I can emerge stronger and wiser. In the search for gratitude, I also wish to have a spirit of contentment. Often, comparing myself to others can steal the joy of my achievements and blessings. Help me find satisfaction in the gifts I already have, allowing my life to be marked by the appreciation of the present moment. May I learn to be grateful not only for what is grand, but also for the small joys that fill my day to day. Every smile, every hug, every simple experience is a reminder of your constant presence. It is essential, Lord, that I maintain a grateful heart even in the face of difficulties. When pain and frustration threaten to consume me, help me remember the lessons life has to offer. May I see each challenge as a chance for growth, a push to step out of my comfort zone and explore new possibilities. Let gratitude become a daily practice, allowing me to find light even in the darkest moments. As I walk this path, may I also be an agent of change. By recognizing the blessings I receive, may I be willing to share them with others. Generosity, Lord, is a powerful way to express gratitude. May I be sensitive to the needs of those around me and be willing to offer support. May my actions reflect a heart full of love and compassion, contributing to a more harmonious world. The search for gratitude is not limited to moments of ease. In times of crisis, may I find reasons to be thankful, even if they are small. The simple act of breathing, the presence of friends, or the beauty of a starry night are reminders of your love. May I never lose sight of the importance of recognizing these gifts, for they are true treasures that illuminate my life. And, as I cultivate this mindset, may I also learn to forgive. Forgiveness is a profound form of liberation and can transform not only myself, but those around me. May I be able to let go of hurts and resentments, allowing love and gratitude to fill the spaces that were once occupied by pain. This practice not only brings me closer to you, but also allows me to live in peace and harmony with those around me. Finally, may gratitude become an intrinsic part of my life. May I find new ways each day to express my appreciation for the blessings I receive. Throughout this day, may I be attentive to opportunities to share this gratitude, whether through words, actions, or simple gestures. May my heart overflow with love and recognition, reflecting your purpose in every aspect of my life. Amid the uncertainties and pressures that daily life brings, it is essential that I place my anxieties and challenges in your hands, Lord. I acknowledge that often I carry the weight of worries that consume me and distract me from the peace you desire for me. May I learn to surrender each of these concerns to you, trusting that you have control over every situation. Help me to let go of what I cannot change, and to accept that even in difficulties, your will is always best for me. I ask, Lord, for wisdom in my decisions. In a world full of choices, I often feel lost and insecure. Grant me discernment so that I can make decisions that reflect your will and lead not only to my good, but also to the good of those around me. May every step I take be guided by the light of your wisdom, allowing me to see the clear path ahead even when challenges arise. In addition, I cry out for protection for my loved ones. In the time when uncertainty seems to surround us, it is comforting to know that you are our refuge. May your mighty hand be over those I love, guarding them from dangers and guiding them in their seeking. May I trust that, under your protective gaze, they will find safety and peace. May my concern for them be transformed into constant prayer, entrusting them to you and allowing your grace to envelop them. In moments of anguish, when anxiety tries to take over my heart, help me remember that you are the source of all peace. May I seek your presence, knowing that in you I find rest for my soul. May I meditate on your promises, recalling that you are always by my side, even in the most intense storms. May this certainty strengthen and encourage me to move forward, even when the path seems uncertain. And when doubt infiltrates my thoughts, may I be able to turn my gaze to you. Teach me to trust, even when I do not understand the plans you have for me. May I remember that in every situation you are working for my good, even if I cannot see it. May every challenge become an opportunity to strengthen my faith and dependence on you, allowing me to grow spiritually with every step. May I also be a support for those around me, helping them to place their anxieties in your hands. May I offer words of encouragement and love, reminding them that they are not alone in their struggles. May my actions reflect the compassion that you show me, allowing me to be a channel of hope and comfort in the lives of others. As I seek this surrender, may I remember the importance of patience. Often, the answers I seek do not come in the time that I desire. May I learn to wait with faith, knowing that you have a purpose in all things. May this wait teach me to strengthen my character and deepen my trust in you, allowing me to see the beauty of your plan unfold in my life. And finally, may I never forget to have a spirit of gratitude, even in the midst of hardships. May I always find reasons to be thankful, remembering that even in struggles, there are hidden blessings waiting to be revealed. May my heart be filled with love and recognition for all that you are and for all that you do in my life and in the lives of those I love. In a world where the hustle of daily life often takes us away from the essential, establishing prayer as a daily habit is a path that brings us closer to the divine and promotes a profound connection with the sacred. By setting aside a specific time for prayer, we create a space of quiet and reflection, allowing our soul to breathe and recover from daily tensions. This moment becomes a shelter, a point of reunion with oneself and with the Creator, where we can express our emotions, fears, joys, and hopes. The constant practice of prayer not only enriches our spiritual life, but also provides clarity and focus in our actions. When we dedicate ourselves to this intimate dialogue, we find the necessary strength to face life's challenges. Prayer transforms moments of despair into opportunities for renewal and faith. It is a way to align our desires and intentions with the divine will, allowing our paths to be guided by greater wisdom. This surrender releases the weight of uncertainties, for by entrusting our longings to a higher power, we become more receptive to the answers and directions that arise in our lives. Moreover, prayer strengthens the sense of community and belonging. When praying, we not only connect with God, but also with others who share the same faith. This spiritual bond is fundamental to building healthy and supportive relationships. By interceding for others in our prayers, we cultivate a spirit of love and empathy, reminding ourselves that we are all part of a larger network in which each person has a significant role. This practice reminds us that, even in times of solitude, we are never truly alone. Another important aspect of daily prayer is the opportunity to reflect on our own paths. By opening ourselves to communication with the sacred, we are led to examine our actions and thoughts, promoting a process of self-knowledge and personal growth. This act of introspection is vital for the development of a life more conscious and aligned with our values. Prayer invites us to be honest with ourselves and with God, allowing the necessary changes to occur in our lives. Write in the comments, "God is the King of the universe," if you recognize that He is sovereign over everything and everyone. It is also essential that prayer becomes a moment of gratitude. By becoming aware of the blessings that surround us, even in the small things, we cultivate a positive attitude that enriches our lives and those around us. This recognition helps us see the beauty in everyday life and value each experience, no matter how simple. Gratitude, when expressed in prayer, transforms our perspective and teaches us to look at the world with an open and generous heart. When we face adversities, prayer becomes a safe refuge. It is a space where we can pour out our hearts and seek solace. Often it is in fragility that we find the strength we didn't know we had. Through prayer, we can seek clarity amid confusion and courage to move forward. This practice encourages us to remain steadfast, even when the stormy winds blow strong around us. Furthermore, daily prayer helps us develop a spirit of resilience. By facing life's challenges with faith and confidence, we are empowered to deal with difficulties in a more balanced way. The continuous practice teaches us to see storms as opportunities for learning and growth, shaping us to be stronger and wiser. This capacity to adapt and persevere is a direct reflection of our communion with the sacred and the trust we place in His plans. Lastly, it is essential that prayer be experienced as an act of surrender. When we allow ourselves to relinquish control and trust that there is a greater purpose in everything that happens, we free ourselves from the weight of anxiety. This act of surrender is not a sign of weakness, but of strength and faith. By surrendering to God, we find the peace that surpasses human understanding, allowing serenity to invade our hearts and minds, guiding us in every step of the search. The search for divine presence is an invitation to personal reflection, a call to dive into the depths of spirituality that resides within each of us. By dedicating moments of our day to this connection, we open a channel of communication that allows us to feel God's presence in our everyday lives. It is a continuous process of discovery and surrender, where each prayer becomes an opportunity to get closer to the Creator, strengthening our faith and understanding of the purpose that guides us. Having this daily practice requires discipline, but the fruits are abundant. By maintaining a sincere dialogue with God, we become more sensitive to the small messages that surround us. Every answer, every sign becomes a reminder of the divine presence in our lives. This awareness encourages us to keep our hearts open and attentive, ready to recognize God's action in various situations. Prayer transforms us into instruments of His will, allowing us to be agents of love and hope in the world. It is also essential that we share this search with others. Through the testimony of our own experience, we can inspire those around us to seek this connection with God. By speaking about the importance of prayer and spiritual support, we create a network of mutual strengthening. Inviting friends and family to join us in prayer can be a powerful way to create an environment of faith where hope multiplies and love expands. In our daily interactions, prayer can be an act of compassion, interceding for those we love, as well as for those facing difficulties, connects us to a greater purpose. Each prayer sent into the wind becomes an act of love that resonates beyond us, touching lives and hearts. This practice reminds us that we are part of a spiritual community where everyone is important and every prayer has its value. Furthermore, prayer should be seen as an opportunity for personal growth. By reflecting on our intentions and actions, we are challenged to evolve and become the best version of ourselves. This constant pursuit of self-knowledge leads us to question our motivations and align our desires with the divine will. The internal transformation that occurs through prayer enables us to live in a more authentic and meaningful way. When facing life's challenges, it is essential to remember that prayer can be a pillar of support. Through it, we find the necessary strength to face adversities with courage and faith. Each difficulty encountered becomes an opportunity for learning, and each victory a reason to give thanks. This resilience cultivated in prayer prepares us to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. Finally, by adopting prayer as a daily habit, we invite God's peace to dwell in our hearts. This peace transcends all circumstances and allows us to live with serenity, even in the midst of storms. As we surrender to this sacred practice, we discover that true strength lies in our ability to trust and rest in the divine presence. May we continue this quest, always seeking His light and love. May the quest for the divine presence become a light on our paths, illuminating each step we take. By integrating prayer into our daily lives, we not only strengthen our spirituality, but also connect to a greater purpose that unites us all. Let us remember that each moment of reflection and surrender is an opportunity for renewal and growth. I invite you to bring this message of hope and love into your daily life. May we be instruments of peace and compassion, inspiring those around us to also seek this connection. Let us together spread this positive energy and transform our lives and the lives of those we love. If you enjoyed this content and want more reflections that touch your heart, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us in this journey of faith and discover how prayer can be a transformative force in your life. Let's continue walking together, always with enthusiasm and hope, in search of the divine light that guides us. See you next time. Write in the comments, "God is with me." If you believe He never abandons you, share this blessed video so it can touch and help others like you and me. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of our community. Here are 2 more videos for you to continue your spiritual journey and growth in faith. Thank you, and may God bless you all. See you later.